Neon's premier seller of all things incredible and sophistication and space. You fought hard to get to where you are.
Here at Stroud
Here
Island,
in Neon,
you know the power
you
of
live in the
harmony.
rarefied
Each of our
air
unique
above
starship
the
models
scum
is
and
expertly
the grass.
crafted by the settled system's
You are
best
the
engineers
best,
and designers.
and you
to
deserve
guarantee an
the
experience
best.
like no other.
We are the Emporium.
Anything I can help you with?
Captain, all systems are operational. Please proceed to press pedal to metal.
Yes.
So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome, everyone, to the TMD.
Howdy.
Careful out there. I'm not watching your back anymore, which will probably be to your benefit. Checking in on us again?
Pardon.
Look who it is. You heard right. These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats. Which means, we need someone to track down said aliens, and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task. Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And so you know, you shouldn't need to kill these critters to harvest the required cells. This isn't the same level of analysis we were doing with the terramorphs. A little will go a long way here. Just get close, take a few scrapings, and get out before they see you. Don't let them get the best of you, all right?
Welcome back, Captain. That is correct. Major Sanan is responsible for my creation. The work of the Xeno-warfare team required a vast array of specializations. Field scientists capable of surviving in deadly environments. Soldiers delicate enough to leave dangerous xeno-life forms subdued, but unharmed. Major Sanan constructed me in an attempt to accomplish all those needs. I believe my field record would show that she was successful. That is correct. Major Sanan is responsible for my creation. The work of the Xeno-warfare team required a vast array of specializations. Field scientists capable of surviving in deadly environments. Soldiers delicate enough to leave dangerous xeno-life forms subdued, but unharmed. Major Sanan constructed me in an attempt to accomplish all those needs. I believe my field record would show that she was successful. My primary work was accompanying Major Sanan and Dr. Walker on field assignments to collect specimens for possible battlefield application. But on more than one occasion, I was actively deployed. My time on Nura, directing Unit 99 and its siblings against Freestar forces, was such a deployment. I'm not certain. After the disbanding of the Red Devils and the Xeno-warfare team, I was put into storage I do not know how I came to be reactivated, but a partially deleted log suggests sale to a non-military third party. I presume this third party was responsible for transporting me to Nira and providing me with my new directive. Eliminate the planet's remaining xeno-weapons. I have no additional data on the subject. Returning to previous operation.
Good day, Captain. I will await your next order here.
Yes.
Hey, you need something?
Dr. Walker has found support.
Okay, I'm listening. What's going on?
Elsewhere. I have no assignments for the foreseeable future.
Been great so far. I'm happy to be working with Percival again. I think the TMD's set up to make a real difference in the settled systems. I'm honored to be a part of it. Things are good. It's nice to see the place cleaned up again. Brings back a lot of old memories. Backup? What does that have to do with me? Maybe. Why do you ask? Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way Percival would okay that. I have important work to do here with the TMD. Expert backup, huh? Sounds like Percival's just trying to get me out of his hair. I don't know about this. Leaving the TMD is a big decision. I guess you're right. I always imagined that future would be here at the TMD, but, well, maybe a change of scenery wouldn't be so bad. Besides, Percival will never let me forget it if I turn down field work in favor of a desk job. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems. I'll head out soon. I just... See you, Captain. Need something? I was hoping to stretch my legs.
Should you require my presence in the future, you know where to find me.
Yes. What?
Let's see what's on this ball.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Trust me. We are not alone out here. Let's get this over with. Where the hell did they run off to? What do we have here? They ran off.
Ah, you must be the one with the samples then. I'll get these logged ASAP. If you're interested in collecting more, you can speak to Dr. Walker. Oh, and your pay? Here you are. Thank you, Captain.
I've found something for you.
Hey, if you go, I'll follow. In a romantic sort of way, not stalkery. Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ryujin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right? That was a lot. I guess we're having a good old-fashioned staring contest. This is kind of fun. Well, kinda. I'd like to think you're lost looking into my baby blues. I guess we're having a good old-fashioned staring contest. Well, it just makes you human. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuro-amp tech. Swear it's the worst yet. And you just let them keep working on it. And that is why the crazy march of technology presses on. Sure, it could be useful, but at what cost? With a piece of work like Ryujin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence, or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu. You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair's over. Thank God. Love you make every day special.
Can you imagine living on this tiny fishing platform your whole life?
A carefully prepared
I think I got them.
Those facts. Got those two.
For you.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work. Beginnings and ends, as it were. You're interrupting me. Is this time accounted for? I doubt that. I check my schedule regularly, and this conversation was not on the budget. If time is money, then suffice to say Ms. Serrano would not be pleased with such a frivolous expenditure. No, I suppose she doesn't. And since you clearly have bandwidth to spare, maybe you can help me clean up a, minor indiscretion. Good. Let me give you some background. Recently, I've been assisting the impoverished in both Ebside and the Underbelly. I pay for the occasional meal, clinic visit, or comfort. But I may have lost a slate in the process. I need you to locate and retrieve it for me. Then we have an agreement. Good. Go to the Underbelly and talk to the panhandler, Huang. Discarded items are her specialty, so she may have come across the slate herself. If you can manage to find it, bring it back to me, and I will pay you for the time. Contractually, yes, but I'd rather avoid the embarrassment. Normally, I do a good job of setting boundaries between work and life. This incident is an exception. Perhaps I can best explain with an analogy. There is an aquatic species on Voli Epsilon, which, by cruel irony or test of metal, hatches on dry land. Only 1 in 10,000 make it to adulthood. Most are eaten, some simply die in the crawl to the ocean. Meanwhile, there is a similar species that is born in the water itself. They never make this journey and thus never know its hardship. Which begs the question, is that fair? In the natural world, I'd agree, but here, we can make a change. I know what you're thinking, and I am not what you'd call a bleeding heart. Moreover, I find the underbelly filthy and unsanitary. But I also believe in equity. I am well aware that my life came with a head start, so I try my best to balance the equation and bring the hatchlings to the water. Think what you will, but I don't have to approve of the notion. But as much as I dislike the underbelly, I will say this. It is a welcome change of pace. When you spend all day keeping secrets, a burden is placed on one's conscience. The time I spend volunteering sheds some of that weight. I'm not at liberty to say. I will remind you of another common phrase, loose lips sink ships. So, be cautious around the office and discuss intel at your peril. We're each assigned shifts to assist operatives, ensuring coverage at all hours. Personally, I like to keep my circadian rhythms intact, early to rise, early to bed, as nature intended. Until next time.
Don't cause any trouble.
If Alexis asks about me, I am not here.
For you, Captain.
You got any creds you can spare? Thank you kindly. You're a class bass, you know that? I'll do my best to someday pay you back. Street's honor. This isn't a donation, it's an investment. Presently, no. Pastly, no. Futurely, it's a work in progress. Depends on how this fiscal quarter goes. But it's gonna take a lot for me to upgrade. I found a primo spot next to the trawl store. I got a roof over my head and all the garbage I can eat. I can't eat everything they throw out, but I can eat enough. About 6 years. I bet you could tell by how good I am at it. It took a lot of practice, and some work on my messaging. But if you got any feedback, Chief, I'd love to hear it. Sorry about that, Chief. It's a habit, you know? Crap, I did it again. Oh, I totally did. Found it in the dumpster right next to a half-eaten chunk. And it was perfect timing, really. You see, the other day, the wind got a nasty cough and blew away all of my business spreadsheets. That won't happen with this slate. It's like wind-resistant. That would mean I don't have to start over. All right, deal. I lost them near the employee break area. Look for any papers near the ground, the tables, maybe even the roof. You find all 3 spreadsheets, and I'll give you the slate.
It'll work itself out. I'd rather not.
If you got any spare got any creds to spare? Wow, that's real class of you, Chief. A+ stuff. Now I can get my books sorted, executive style. As promised, your slate. Tell your techie friend I didn't peek inside. And even if I did, I don't know what half of it says anyway.
I have something for you, Captain. I picked something up for you.
Don't make my job any harder.
Yeah, I know this is
Thing for you.
Make it quick. Can I help you? Well done. It seems assigning you to this task was time well spent. And as I said when we met, time is money. Hopefully these credits will serve as adequate compensation. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have an operative to debrief.
For you.
We'll be here when you're ready. The Hotel Volai. Sleep.
Thing for you.
Welcome, off-worlder, to the Hotel Volai. Your home away from home here on Neon. Our beds are comfortable and affordable, and with a crime rating of only 16%, your safety is almost guaranteed. So go out.
The Terror President.
have something for you, Captain.
This is for you, Captain. I found it on our travels. Take good care of it. That kind of thing can be useful. It's been nice to dust off my old field collecting skills. I haven't done this kind of thing in a long time. So am I. I've forgotten how much I liked working in the field. I'd be happy to share some of the samples I collect. Check back anytime. I might have something for you.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as
Now, this is a surprise.
possible negative
Tell me, what brought you back? You can't take it with you, as the saying goes. That's why I didn't want to go. Comforting to know I'm not alone in that. Now, I know the Unity was our goal all along in this endeavor, but... well, it's still there, isn't it? No need to rush. Welcome back. I'd like to talk to you about something when you have the chance. Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave, surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate. My soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since. I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon. I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested? Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
I always enjoy these moments.
Hello.
Hmm? Oh, sorry. Was doing the tally's work in my head. Still need to lift enough. Found one. Easy.
I'm glad to see you. Thank you for the conversation and everything.
Haven't.
Sure, Sweet Pea. Yo, man, can always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
Now that was great.
To go for landing.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
There are probably some fascinating plants in this area.
couple of damn trackers with a vendetta.
So those trackers got taken care of.
You don't know how much I miss the sound of power tools. Just happening through our neck of the woods, stranger? Nevin told me about your summons. Our, donor wasn't too hard on you, I hope. She can be a hammer when the situation requires, but this project holds a pretty special place in her heart, so I'm sure she was feeling grateful. Well, thanks to your little chat, our donor's doing everything she can to upend the various roadblocks in our way. We're in the process of vetting more security, looking at some additional and more agreeable contractors. Whatever gets this place closer to becoming a reality. Opening's still a ways off, but we'd be going nowhere if you hadn't wandered in. That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open.
You've arrived. Stroud-Eklund Star Yard is here to serve you.
All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
Not much going on. If we cater to celebrities and trendsetters, everyone else will follow.
Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hello. Hi there. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. I hope your enthusiasm counts for something. Anyway, let's get to it.
We shall see.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it. Okay, good. So, before we can do anything, we need to resolve the budget issue. We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have two new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with? That sounds good to me, but remember, this ship will have fewer bells and whistles. We're not going to be able to include everything we want. Frank's luxury design has the most expensive components, and we've been having trouble convincing him to move away from that idea so we can stay within the budget. We need his help. Do you think you can get him to budge?
I am right here, you know. I already gave my answer to Jules. We cut nothing. I'm thinking about it. Fair point. Maybe it won't be exactly what I want, but close enough. But I'm the senior designer on this project. I don't tell any of the others how to do their jobs, so why should they be telling me how to do mine? No, sorry. This is my vision, and I won't have it compromised by silly budget concerns. We need that bigger budget, or else why are we doing this at all?
That's what I was worried about. See what I'm dealing with here? Well, I'm still not convinced we should go to the board asking for a ridiculous new budget. So how do you want to proceed? Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them.
Maybe so.
Well, worst case scenario, our jobs would be safe, and I'm sure the board would only take issue with you. Sure.
A smart leader knows when some ideas just aren't worth pursuing.
Look, I know you're confident with this budget, but I know there's no way I can get it past the board, so if you want it, you're going to need to figure out how to get it done yourself. All right, I don't know how you're going to do it unless you somehow have the authority to approve the kitchen sink budget in the computer yourself, but whatever. Just don't keep us waiting too long, okay?
If I were Tayo, I'd be very concerned about the new Stroud Eklund models.
Everything's so new here.
You make the impossible look easy, Captain.
This is going great. Just... Okay, but if you want to go with the larger budget proposal, then you need to find the money somehow.
These ships are something else.
Wow, how'd you... You know what? I'm not even going to ask right now. Being friends with Mr. Stroud has its advantages, I guess. I'm just happy we can move on. Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions. Great! Just pick up a mission or two at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
You know, I have designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me. Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market. I'm glad you agree. Such an ostentatious luxury craft will be the envy of everyone in the settled systems. 2 words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept? Of course you do. I'm glad you understand. Imagine someone like Borealis stepping out of one of our shining luxury ships. Everyone would want to look that cool. Not only would I have the chance to work on a dream ship, but that kind of exposure is guaranteed to sell it.
We got a business to run. No time for sentiment.
Well, I do like the ships we're looking at.
Because I am the lead designer on the project, it is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback, and Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before. Just because I do not like how corporate we have become doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are. See you.
Hi. Need something?
Oh, you really want to hear my ideas? I mean, I have an idea, but it's not that great. I'm not even a designer or anything. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht, something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right? Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it. It's interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe. Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired. So far I do, but just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have. Take care, okay?
I'm wondering if we need another chef in it. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here. Good. Just so long as you don't push us to make anything too nutty. I think your decisiveness will put us back on the right track. Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side. It's truth, and we need it. The others believe we need to think big and innovate. Reality is, we just need to do what we do better than anyone else. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters, no sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills, just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it. Wait, really? I was expecting we'd have to argue a bit more than that. Well, that's a relief. I hope you're being sincere. Because if I can I keep telling them. And yeah. Nope. Not really. I like to think I don't have the ego for it. I've got nothing to prove, and I don't rightly care to make my mark on the industry. All I want to do is build the best damn starships I can, and not get bogged down with all the excess particulars. But upper management loves the work I do, and they wouldn't let me say no to this. I guess they needed someone to keep everyone's heads out of the clouds, so here I am. I assume you mean the company and not the people. Because even if I didn't already think so, I'd tell you that both Walter and Issa are great. The company's still kind of young as far as Star Yards go, but it seems to be going in the right direction, despite what it may look like. I've been doing this for a while at other Star Yards, and so far, we're avoiding a lot of the mistakes some of the older corps have made. Later, mate.
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor? Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but, there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships? Good. We were worried you knew nothing, and this would be a complete disaster. As long as you are willing to listen to us, we may still avoid that outcome. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine? Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market? Well, you're no fun. My idea is a little less conventional. I believe we should invest in making a dedicated exploration ship, marketed toward citizen scientists. Sure, we and other manufacturers have lines of exploration ships, but none built with the average consumer in mind. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration, fueled by ordinary people like you and me. Thanks. Let me tell you, we would not regret going with my idea. This is a chance to do something that will truly inspire future generations. Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use. Why do I feel like answering this could be a trap coming from someone who was sent here by Walter to step in and take over our project? It's not like I have anything to hide. I used to think working for a super wealthy corporation would be terrible, but honestly, it's pretty great. They've been good to me, and the stability is way better than any startup. I've had opportunities I wouldn't have anywhere else, so yeah, pretty great. See you around, I guess.
Kind of amazed we finalized the...
ships fly there like comets.
Carrying us home. I'll copy down too.
You know how you lost things. Shoes goodbye.
I still don't know how you lost that picture of Nimbus the Comet eating one. Enemy's jump drive is offline.
Successful jump.
Dust is all you will be. Return to the stars. another jump down. Take that, Dad.
Unknown vessel, welcome to Stroud Eklund. You are clear to board. If you're looking for the cutting edge of starship design, you've arrived. Welcome to Stroud Eklund.
We're docked.
How can I be of service, Captain?
I'm proud to be a part of the Stroud Eklund team.
I'd like to believe that you can help my team work well with each other again. Ah, so you just did the one bounty mission. Well, doesn't look like you ran into too much trouble, I hope. Anyway, the data you collected will help us focus our ship design and cater towards certain pilots. Now we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right? You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently? I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's fair. Everyone goes around the table and makes a cut. That way no one feels like they're the only one being asked to compromise. This should drive us towards a more focused design. And since Walter asked you to take the lead on this, I don't have to be the villain here. So you're sure about this? Great! Let's get ready to disappoint everyone equally! Well, here goes nothing. Okay, everyone. Our friend here, remember, not me, has decided in order to move forward, we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to give up one major aspect of your design. It's the fairest way to do this, and ultimately, I think it's going to make our collective design choices a lot easier. Who wants to start? Okay, fine. I'll go first. I'm willing to cut some of the included hardpoints. It'll mean less firepower, but the consumer can still add them afterwards, I suppose.
You're looking at me, huh? I guess that means you want me to go. Oh, look, I'll be easy. You know I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but if I've got to make cuts, we can reduce some of the cargo bays.
I guess we can cut some of the extra sensors and data collection equipment? As long as this thing can still make it to deep space and back with no problem, I'll be happy.
I'd be willing to give up some of the passenger space, maybe. Yeah, that should be okay.
Frank?
Okay, fine, you win. I'll cut out some of the luxury designs and features. All that gold trim was going to be tacky anyway.
Well then, that wasn't so bad. I feel much more confident we can actually build this thing.
Well, I think you'll find we have some tempting options for you.